the boxing match that went on yesterday, man. Artur Beterbiev. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm sorry. Versus Bivol, man. Hey, man. This really got me sad. Typically, I would work all day, right? Typically, I would work all day, but I had this fight in mind. So I scheduled my day. So I would stop working exactly at 4:30, right? And then I'll head home and come watch the fight. I got home at round 3, maybe around 5:03, 5:06-ish p.m. because I'm on Central Time, right? 5:03 p.m., 5:06 p.m., around that. It was in the round 3. And what I saw was Bivol dominating this fight. That's what I saw. He was dominating in the center of the ring, never went to the ropes, kept boxing, moving. For all 12 rounds, Bivol was moving. Bivol never, and that's typical Bivol, right? He kept moving. The commentators, the commenters was it commentators who, the guys who comment on the commentary, right? They were speculating that he was going to wear down after a little while. He couldn't keep up with the pace. Walking around, in his style, right? In Bivol style, right? Classic Bivol style, right? They were speculating, he can't do this for 12 rounds. He can't. He's gonna get tired. His legs are gonna. No, he did that for 12 rounds. Kept blocking, punching. His defense was impeccable, man. He was offensive. He was defensive at the same time. And I'm not taking anything from Beterbiev himself, but in my opinion, most of the punches that Beterbiev threw, we are landing on the gloves because what's his name? Bivol had his gloves up all night. His gloves were up all night. Peekaboo, that's what they call it, right? The peekaboo. His gloves were up all night. So that's what I saw at least, right? But I don't know what the refs, the judges, I don't know what the judges saw. I don't know what the judges saw in that fight and scored it. And one judge had the audacity to score that 116 to 112. 4 rounds for Beterbiev. Was it the same fight I was watching, or was it a different fight? 4 rounds. Where did you get 4 rounds from to give to Beterbiev? Hey, that was a close fight. That's for sure. You can say that's a close fight, but 4 rounds? Man, boxing is just a hell of a sport, man. Boxing is a hell of a sport. That's all I can say, man. Boxing is a hell of a sport. This is my dude right here. This guy is always going to remain my champion. I'm a warrior. I don't have any explanation because it could look like excuses. Congratulations to Artur and his team. He deserves it. This is class. Class. Outright class. I think I have more screenshots to show here. Thanks everyone who supported me and worried about me. I accept the results and move on. Class. Class. You can't, no excuses. It was just boxing at its best from Bivol. Moving, walking around all night, his hands up, boxing, punching, being defensive. And somehow some judge decided one judge decided to score 116 to 114. That's 112. That's 4 rounds to Beterbiev. At least say it was a close fight. At least you can say it's a close fight, and that would be believable, right? You can make it a very close fight. That would be believable. Why is my things acting up? Let me see. I hope we can see this together. Let's see what this judge. See what I'm saying? 116, 112. How? How? Where did you get that from? 116, 112. And this one says 115, 113. This one says 114, 114. Powell Cadini. How? How did you do this? How? 116 to 112. I don't know, man. I mean, but he's a champ, so obviously he wouldn't want to come up and make excuses. And definitely shout out to him, because if it was the average boxer, they would be like, "Oh, I was robbed. I was this. I was that. I was." But everybody saw that fight, right? Everybody saw that fight. Everybody saw that fight. But I don't know what the refs or the judges saw in that fight to score 116, 114, 112. Keep saying 114. And this is from Radio Rahim. Radio Rahim says, all right, he says controversy. I guess these are the CompuBox metrics. Hey man, I don't want to get into all of this, because I really came back home yesterday to watch this fight and watch Bivol win, right? Even though it was a scary fight for me, because Beterbiev has knocked out all his opponents, right? So it was a very scary one for me, being a Bivol fan. And I was really scared, worried, but Bivol did his thing. And I liked the celebration he did after, the fight was over. Hopefully I can find that photo. Let me see. Where's Bivol? I'm going to find him real quick. The celebration he did when the fight was over. I hope I find it. There we go. It's this one. Perfect. This celebration or whatever it was, I think it's like pretty much saying, all the haters, right? What are you saying now? What do you have to say, right? This was just when he made this celebration, I'm like, oh, shoot. Where is the noise now? Who's talking now? Who's laughing? I'm standing. People said I was going to be knocked out, but check me out. I'm standing and I won this fight. How about that? Well, hey, man, with that, I'm going to end this live for today. And next week is going to be another one with interesting stories like usual. I appreciate everyone who's tuned in, picked out. I appreciate you. Just wait until I'm done, and then I'm going to go cut the videos into smaller pieces, and hopefully you're going to enjoy that part if you didn't want to stay for the long form video. And I'm also going to drop the long form video for you to watch, just enjoy the whole show if that's what you want to do. But I appreciate everyone who's tuned in, by the way. And with that, I'm going to say thank you to everyone and see you next week. Peace.